I landed my dream product manager internship at Microsoft, and here is exactly how I did it. Hey guys, my name is Skyler Basco, and I'm an incoming full-time product manager at Microsoft, and I've done 3 Microsoft internships: the new Technologist internship, the Explorer internship, and my product manager internship. And today I'll be breaking down how I got the product manager internship in 5 chapters listed right here. But if you want me to talk about how I landed my other Microsoft internships or my full-time offer, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified when those videos drop. And in fact, if we get 100 likes on this video, I will drop the next video revealing my exact resume format. So from May to August of 2023, I did my Explorer internship at the Redmond, Washington headquarters. Then 5 days after my internship, I got an email from my intern recruiter asking if I wanted to change my return offer discipline from a software engineering internship offer to a product manager internship offer. And this meant I had to re-interview if I wanted a PM intern return offer. So I did my final round interviews in September 2023, and then I actually got the offer letter the next day. How exactly did I get the return offer after Microsoft Explorer? Well, Microsoft Explorer for me was this 12-week internship program where I was in a team of 2 other teammates where we built a project that was focused on product management for the first 6 weeks and then software engineering for the next 6 weeks. When aiming for a return offer, I made sure to focus on 1, my project, and 2, my visibility. And we all know what completing a project means, right? You have a task, you have a deadline, and you gotta complete the project and make sure it meets the expectations by the deadline. Visibility is just as important because, you know that saying, if the tree falls and no one is around to hear it, did it actually make a sound? My personal perspective, at least in the corporate world, is no, because even if you complete an amazing project, you do amazing work, you do amazing code, you do an amazing product spec, but no one on your team knows about it, how are you going to get recognized for the work that you do? So by visibility, I followed 3 tips. 1, make sure you build really strong professional relationships with your teammates, whether this be setting up one-on-one coffee chats to get to know all your teammates, or setting up group lunches with your team to get to know everyone, or having those water cooler conversations, or setting up one-on-ones with your manager. Building relationships is super important because you never know when you're going to work with someone in the future. 2, find lots of opportunities to present your work. So whether this be presenting your project progress or your final project at your team's demo days, or setting up one-on-ones with more senior leaders on your team so that you can get their feedback and implement their feedback on your project, or talking about your project in your team's communication channels. And 3, just be mindful of how you present yourself. So this means dressing professionally, making sure that you have professional etiquette when sending emails, when sending messages, when in meetings, and always just making sure that you show up on time and you're never late for things. So after I scheduled my final round interview day, how did I prepare for my PM intern interviews? Well, I had a little bit over 2 weeks to prepare for my interviews, and this is exactly how I did it. Well, the first week I focused on mastering just the product interview frameworks, and the second week I did about 2 to 3 mock interviews per day. For week 1, I basically read the entirety of Cracking the PM Interview, and this book helped me understand all of the frameworks and tips for behavioral questions, product design questions, estimation questions, and other types of product case questions. I also went to the Exponent YouTube channel and would watch some mock interviews where someone at Exponent would actually mock interview a full-time product manager at a company like Microsoft. And these videos really helped me understand what the format was like for these interviews, how professionals would actually approach them, the feedback they got, how they pause when they write notes, and just how they interact with the interviewer. So once I got a hold of these frameworks, I felt that I was ready enough to do some mock interviews. For week 2, I would basically contact other friends and connections who I knew were also interviewing for PM intern positions, and I would set up 1-hour meetings with them where we would mock interview each other and then give each other feedback. And doing about 2 to 3 mock interviews per day with another person really helped me understand the strengths and weaknesses that I had when interviewing, so that by the time it was one day before the actual interview, I already felt confident enough in my interviewing skills and implemented as much feedback as I could to improve my weaknesses. During my final round interview day, I had 2 interviews back to back that were 1 hour each, and they both went pretty smoothly. In the first interview, I was asked a few behavioral questions in the first half of the interview, and in the second half of that interview, I was asked a product design question, and then I got to ask the interviewer a couple questions at the end. And in the second interview, it was basically the same thing. I was asked a few behavioral questions in the first half, and in the second half, I was actually asked a product teardown question, and then I got to ask the interviewer a few questions at the end. And after my interview, I sent my recruiter a thank you email for setting up the process, and I also sent a personalized connection request on LinkedIn to each of my interviewers, thanking them and also mentioning at least one thing that I enjoyed talking about during my interview. And the next day, your girl got the offer letter in the email. Anyways, I hope you found this helpful. Comment your dream role or dream job in the comments below, and I will send you some hype to make your day. Hit the subscribe button and like this video, because if we reach 100 likes, I will release another video where I reveal my exact resume format. Bye, love and appreciate y'all, and peace.